Hello, this is Xbox Ahoy, and this is the 20th episode of my Black Ops 2 attachment guide. In this episode, we're covering Dual Wield. The ability to wield two weapons in COD was first introduced in Modern Warfare 2, with the akimbo attachment available for pistols, SMGs, and other one-handed weapons, including the Model 1887 shotgun. The attachment has returned in every title since, although has mainly been limited to secondary weapons only, with some exceptions in the first Black Ops. In real life, it is entirely possible to hold two pistols, but accurately firing them is another matter altogether. Rapid-fire dispensation of guns akimbo is something that is really only seen in the movies, with origins in Western films, desperados with two six-shooters and nothing to lose. It was the 1990s where dual weapons truly became popular, however, principally through John Woo action movies with choreographed shootouts and pistols aplenty. In Black Ops 2, Dual Wield is exclusive to the pistol category. No other class of weapon may equip this attachment. It's also incompatible with all other attachments, meaning you cannot pair Dual Wield with any other option via the secondary gunfighter wildcard. Dual Wield's primary and most obvious effect is to grant another weapon in your left hand, doubling both your rate of fire and potential damage output. This is a particularly potent addition, so there are a slew of negative traits to balance out the attachment's impact, most of which limit your effectiveness at a longer range, instead focusing your power for close-range engagements only. One such negative trait is the loss of your ability to aim. With the left trigger firing the left-hand weapon instead of aiming down your sights, you are entirely reliant on hipfire with two weapons in either hand. This in itself is enough to limit your mid-range performance, but in addition, you'll see a large increase to hipfire divergence, reducing your ranged effectiveness further. The B-23R, Cap-40 and Executioner see further penalty in a range reduction, lessening your reach with the maximum damage of each weapon. All in, these penalties will severely limit a weapon's versatility. You double your effectiveness at a point-blank range, but this effect quickly evaporates. There are some upsides, however. The Executioner, for instance, gains the benefit of the fast mags attachment, meaning all rounds are resupplied in one action, and the other handguns also see a significant buff to damage at the extent of your reach, meaning you'll never need more than 5 shots to kill instead of 6. Additionally, the two semi-automatic options do see a damage increase. The 5.7 and TAC-45 will kill with just 2 shots at a slightly longer range. Dual Wield is an attachment that will double up your firepower at the expense of effectiveness at a longer range. Nothing kills as quickly up close as two pistols, save for a one-shot kill weapon such as a shotgun, and the fact that for just 2 points you can equip such an option as a deadly, fast-swapping backup means it's definitely worth considering if your primary is less effective up close. As a standalone option, it can be difficult to make good use of Dual Wield, as you sacrifice much in the way of reach, and forcing engagements to those which the attachment excels at can be tricky on most maps. Nevertheless, with a lightweight, fast-moving build, you can employ Dual Wield with hyper-aggressive tactics to some effect. The automatic options, the B-23R and Cap-40, are probably the best choice for those without strong trigger fingers, with their ability to saturate an area quickly with bullets. The semi-auto options can also be put to good use with some effort on the triggers, with their 2-hit potential possibly scoring an instant kill. However, it is hard to recommend Dual Wield in most cases. The Executioner's already limited range means the double-pocket shotguns require a huge sacrifice in performance. All of the pistols will prove more versatile without the option, so if you're intent on making extensive use, it might be best to pack just a single gun. Still, Dual Wield offers unparalleled close-quarters ability, so if you fancy taking a gamble on an extremely potent close-range build, then double down on this attachment. Thanks for watching, this has been Xbox Ahoy. Join me for the next attachment guide, when I'll be covering the target finder. Until then, farewell.